What up, world? I'm your boy DJ Primetime, and you're watching Out the Box. And welcome your host, RoJay.
What it do, world? Your man RoJay checking in with another episode of Out the Box. Today we're talking food, so I got chefs. Nothing better than that, you know what I'm saying? So we got that going on, and we got performance from my man Kristoffer Leshaun on this episode of Out the Box.
Hey, RoJay.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of chefs,
Uh-huh.
why you wear that silver jacket? You coming out here looking like Diddy. Why you gonna do that to us?
Nope, I don't have Diddy's money. I feel more like Mace.
You get down like Mace, though. I ain't getting down like Mace.
We got it coming up. Y'all keep it right here to Out the Box.
Yeah. Hey, how you like me now? Yeah, hey, how you like me now? Hey, how you like me? Yeah, hey, he done stepped into his groove. How you like me now? Had a two real rule. How you like me now? Oh, he got nothing left to prove. How you like me now? Been working on my next move. How you like me now? Hey, how you like me now? Worth a couple thousand. You know, got that wavy sound. Yeah, hey, how you like me now? Hey, how you like me now? Hey, say how you like me now. Boosie wipe me down, fresh from head to toe. You ain't no graduated drip.
There is definitely a difference between a diet and a lifestyle, and over the past few years, I seem to be running more and more into people who place themselves into categories that sort of define them and their personalities. Now, being in the South, you would think everybody gets down on soul food, but we all know it's more available to our taste buds than a burger and a hot wing. Although I love a burger and a hot wing. Now, late 2019, I did challenge myself to dig deep into being plant-based, and it was easier than I thought. I just had to come back to my burgers and my wings, though. Now, there are some special people who helped me with my adjustment to food, so I wanted to get with them and show a little love to the vegan and plant-based lifestyles that seem to be becoming more popular by the day. Now, what was the biggest thing to get used to once you changed your diet and pretty much your lifestyle?
For me, it was actually eating out. I have always been a foodie. I've always loved to try different types of food. So even when I ate meat, I love to try new restaurants all the time, different types of cuisine. So I was really afraid, like, oh no, how am I gonna, eat out and really enjoy food? So it definitely has been more challenging, but it also helps you pick out those little hidden gems in your city, or when you go travel that have like specialty items that cater to vegans, or little vegan spots that you maybe wouldn't have popped up on before. So it's made it more challenging, but definitely still makes it fun to like seek out those places and find places to eat out.
Well, it's more of a mental thing, so you have to really want to do it, and when you can get over that, it's kind of easy, but you just got to go at your own pace. Like, you got to listen to your body, because for me, it was like 5 or 6 years from the time I was eating like everything until where I'm at now, like fully plant-based. So like, I just cut out one thing at a time. Started with pork, and then red meat, and then chicken, and I was pescatarian for a long time, and then went vegetarian, and then fully plant-based. I don't say vegan because I still wear, clothes, and everyone got their own definition of it. So
I feel like I try not to label myself anymore. He had wrote this note where I think it was a while back, and it says like, when you put yourself in a box, that's self-betrayal. So it's like every time I say like, oh, I'm gonna do better, I'm gonna do this, and keep on labeling myself, and if I end up slipping up, I start to judge myself, and that's when like, I'm not even gonna put a label on it no more. It's like, if I feel like eating this day, and it's funny because I had this friend, she said a long time ago, she was Grace-atarian, and her name was Grace, and she was like, I'm gonna eat what Grace feels like eating at that time. So it's just like on The Matrix, he was like, ignorance is bliss when he was eating the steak.
Yeah. But like, also, I feel like you can eat whatever you eat, but there's just ways to counteract it to where your body's still balanced and you're still feeling good and stuff. So we're actually about to try to go on a fast, just to, just cleanse. Well, not a full fast, but just water, tea, just a little cleanse, just to kind of reset our body
and try to do better, because food is really knowledge, for real.
Now, what would you say is the biggest misconception of the vegan lifestyle?
Honestly, Honestly, I just think people overcomplicate it. And that's one of the reasons why, especially as a chef in the South that happens to be vegan, which is not as common down here, what I try to do is make food that people are familiar with that just so happens to be vegan. So like I think people overcomplicate and they're like, well, what do I eat? You know, what do I have to buy? And it's like you can actually buy a lot of the same things, season them the same way, cook them the same way. You know, you can enjoy stuff that you're used to, that you grew up on, but just making some substitutions, you know, where you need to veganize recipes, if you will. So yeah, I think the main thing is just people make it hard, and so that it makes it seem like unattainable or like vegans are weirdos.
What has been the best experience for you personally since changing your lifestyle?
For me, it's like I've been able to be more of my authentic self. More and more I can feel myself like growing into the person that I am, like returning to my natural self. And so I can just feel like I'm just very mindful, very present. You know, like, yeah, it's definitely, that's it.
For me, like outside of like of course, more energy and stuff like that, more compassionate.
Mm-hmm.
Like now I'm like actually conscious. Like when I was going through my journey initially and like really thinking of like, dang, like they had to kill this just to do this. And then I started thinking about the whole process of it and I was just like, dang. So I don't know, for me it's just like, it made me get compassion or made me have compassion for animals. And and then after that, it was like having more compassion for just people you know, in general. So I would say that was like the biggest shift for me.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to start this lifestyle?
I would say start small. I think we've all, over the period of our life, if we've ever tried to get fit or get in shape, lose weight or whatever, we've all tried to change how we eat. And we know how hard that is. It's hard to, to get away from those cravings. It's hard not to go eat the stuff that you're used to eating. So it's just hard to change how you eat, and veganism is no different. So I say start small. The first thing that I did when I transitioned to actually going vegan is I just focused on changing the door of my refrigerator. Usually on the door of our refrigerator, we have condiments, we have simple things that can easily be replaced by vegan substitutes. And a lot of the things on the door of your refrigerator may already be vegan, like if you have things like pickles or mustard and different things like that. So just making small changes to things like your dressings, your ketchup, your butter, you'll see how close they are in taste and texture. And I think it gives you more encouragement to keep trying something else and to keep going further. So just start small. Nothing is too small, and just go from there, grow from there.
Don't beat yourself up. Don't worry about what others are thinking. This is not their journey. This is yours. It's not a big deal. If you slip up, you can always, like, every day is a new start.
Yeah, I agree. just go at your own pace. You know, don't worry if, you know, one day you might slip up or, you know, you're craving something. Just, you know, try to beat the urge, try to fight the urge, and try to, you know, just be aware. Yeah, find discipline, but just be aware that, like, you know, everyone slips up. So just go at your own pace, and yeah.
Be mindful it's a self-love journey too, because it's like we always think that self-love is just like, oh, it's so beautiful, it's like that darkness and stuff. So like in those moments, think about the discipline that you're putting yourself through, and then think about like, hey, really be there, be present, and why am I doing this? Like, be mindful of why you're doing it, ask questions, reflect on it, and it help you get to like your true self. Every time we tell the truth, we give birth to ourselves. Freddie, different world.
You heard her. Now, there are many diets out there to choose from that will fit you if you're looking for a change or even a challenge. My advice, just research and make sure you're up for the challenge. And just remember, start small and don't beat yourself up if you slip up.
All right, welcome back to Out the Box. I got my man Kenny Jones in the building, chef extraordinaire. First of all, let's go ahead and knock this on out with this whole stereotype that men can't cook, because I knocked out a pot of ramen noodles.
Now you know that ain't cooking. Right?
That is cooking. And I can get you a tight meal in under 3 minutes.
Are you adding anything to it? Any seasonings?
Just depending. You gotta add seasoning. That's what you do.
What you add?
Anything. I just pull stuff out of the cabinet.
Creole or
all of it. Whatever's up there. That's what it do. So anyway, I know you've been doing this thing for some years. When did you discover you actually had the talent to like throw these meals together?
I probably would say when I was around 15, because I experimented when I was 13 and actually burnt my kitchen down. Entire kitchen.
You burnt the kitchen down.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you get whooped for that?
No, because I kind of blamed it on my brothers at the time.
See how we do? This is how we do. We can't be just placing blame like that.
It was his fault, though. It was his fault. I was making French fries for him.
Okay.
And then he called me away, and then grease fire.
Gotcha. When you catering like for major events, how do you get people to trust you with such a responsibility?
To trust me, obviously, I do tastings before anything. I want you to make sure you enjoy every bit of food that you're gonna have at your event. So if you're gonna have something for 200 people, I guarantee we're gonna have a tasting right before or a couple weeks before. Make sure everything is good on your part, because I don't even get there if you don't like the food. So I like to do tastings before I do any event. I don't care how big it is, how small it is. You're gonna try this food before it come out to you.
I hear you. And there's so many movements right now. You got plant-based, you got vegetarianism, you got all this stuff. How do you keep all of that straight?
It just depends on the person. Like I've done vegan events, I've done vegetarian events. I haven't done a plant-based event quite yet, but it's just finding stuff that's unique to what they need. Like if they're vegan, they don't do cheese, so you gotta get the vegan cheese and all the vegan seasonings, all that stuff like that if you want to truly do it. So it's like a lot of research going into each event if it's something different.
Gotta do your homework before you cook, basically.
Facts.
That's what I'm talking about. If you've been tuned in to this show, you know that we like to shock our guests from time to time.
What we
With a little game called Out the Box. So I'm gonna ask you some trivia questions. Now listen, I usually make people drink, but you're a chef. So you got food. He said,
I can drink the bag.
we got food. You get to pick the bag, PT, but we got to see how this going down. So I'm gonna ask you some trivia questions, right?
All right.
If you get it right, I have to eat what's in the bag. If you get it wrong, you have to taste what's in the bag. Now we don't know what's in the bag.
You're not vegan, are you?
But we don't know. So we gonna see. All right. So the first question, because he's a chef, we gotta know this. What food is made from the small intestines of pig and sometimes cattle or other animals?
Chitlins.
See how you know that? You're supposed to say chitterlings. No, I'm playing. Okay, PT, please pick me something good, PT.
Yes, sir. Let's get.
I don't know what's in this.
That would look heavy.
Let's see.
That'll be hot wings.
All right, world.
Who we got? Who we got? A spoon? What in the? Nah. I don't know what that is.
I didn't make that either, so. All right. Name 2 ingredients for banana pudding other than bananas.
Wafers and whipped topping.
I should have picked hard questions.
I don't even like banana pudding. That's funny though.
But I just felt like you should have known that. All right, PT, let's see what we got.
I'm good at this. We should do this more often.
That would look like baby food.
It's I almost cussed on TV.
All right, we'll do that now. Oh, that look chunky.
It tastes chunky too. All right. What's the real flavor of cherry Kool-Aid?
The real flavor of cherry Kool-Aid?
Yes.
Cherry. What you mean?
No.
Red.
Everybody know it's red?
Red.
The flavor.
That's the
color.
flavor.
No,
That's the
it's
flavor.
red.
That's the.
He ain't no real chef. Give him what's in that bag.
You ain't no real chef. Red.
Look how he's
Chicken
looking.
out here. Y'all don't understand that. It's red and white. How is it both? They look like cottage cheese.
That ain't enough on that.
Nah. That ain't it. That ain't it.
It's something I whipped up.
Look, yeah. That's why you don't cook.
That's why I don't cook. That's why I don't cook. Kenny, I appreciate you coming through.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Y'all can get more information on my man Kenny, how you can hire him for your events, make all this happen, because, hey, he researches before he cooks.
There it is.
That's how it goes down. We got performance coming up from my man Kristoffer Leshaun, Out the Box. Let go.
Y'all niggas gon' be fucking with me. I got 2 bad bitches gon' be rubbing my feet. I got 3 young niggas down the bus of the heat. Y'all ain't got nothing. Ooh, now it's money.
This segment of Out the Box is brought to you by Bama Elite Security and Training, learning from our past to protect our future.
All right, we back right here on Out the Box. I got my man Kristoffer Leshaun.
What's up?
Ready to listen. He brought a guitar, so something about to happen. I don't know. First of all, I know you're working on a project, an EP. Let me know a little bit about that.
Okay, so the EP is kind of something that came out of nowhere. People know me as a background singer. I've done a lot of music in the gospel music scene, singing background for people like Smokey Norwood, Dorothy Norwood, Smokey Norfolk, Donnie McClurkin, like different people like that. And I want people to experience me as an independent artist, but I don't want to do gospel music. So what happened to the EP is I had a cousin that called me and he was like, yo, I'm finna propose to my girlfriend. I need you to play your guitar and write a song for me. And I was like, okay. Now, I ain't never been close to the point of proposing to anybody. So I was like, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do for a song, for a proposal, but it just hit me out of nowhere. I just came up with this song. And after that, I was like, you know, Kristoffer, it's time for you to branch out and do your own thing and, you know, let people see you in a more intimate and personal level. So that's what the EP is coming out. This song that I wrote is called I Do, which I wrote it, like I said, for a proposal, but it became really, really popular. So a lot of people started requesting it. So I was like, okay, let's put it on an EP as well as 2 other songs, but you gotta wait till it released for you to get those songs. So I'm kind of keep that a secret.
All right, well, we're going to be checking out for that. In the meantime, we're going to check out this performance right here. My man, Kristoffer Leshaun, and I Do. Let go.
I'll be your true love, now and forever. I promise I'll always be all that you need me to be, yeah. I'll be your one and only guide, and you will be mine. That's why I'll always say I do. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The love that I have for you, can't even put in words to describe how God has blessed my name and has trusted me with such a queen like you. I promise to love you, mold you, and show you the things that God has in store for us. So come with me, for I'll never, never, oh never, never let you down, 'cause I do love you. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was I Do, original by myself, Kristoffer Leshaun.
Shouts out to my man Kristoffer Leshaun for his performance. Y'all head to the website outtheboxtv.com for more on my man. And of course, we'll be back next week with more in an album episode of Out the Box. Lego.